What's going on, YouTube family? It's your boy Arthur Mitchell.
This is Yolanda Mitchell.
And we are
the
Mitchells.
Hope y'all are doing well today. We are doing amazing.
Doing well, amazing, yes. And I'm ready to be here once again, back in action. YouTube once again. Here with us as married couples, man, 13 years strong. Just want to give y'all encouraging words, encouraging topics, just encouraging moments to live life according to His will and His mercy.
Absolutely. We're so excited about what God is doing in our lives and in our marriage. And we came to you last time just talking about sickness and health. And so this time we want to talk. We had a conversation yesterday, actually, and we were just talking about just having check-ins. We have he is doing a fantastic job doing mental check-ins with men, and just making sure that they're okay, giving them a safe space for men to come and talk. And so I just thought about it. I said, well, babe, we haven't had ours. Mm-hmm. We didn't have our marriage check-in, where we're coming together and we're talking to each other, and I'm asking him questions, he asking me questions, just to make sure that we get a temperature check, make sure everything is good, and that we're on one accord. That is very important.
Yeah. Important because why? We need to know what they like and don't like. We know what we like and don't like, because at the end of the day, we're here for eternity.
Yes.
And we always got to check in, like saying, it could be something on our job, something on our personal life, something that we don't talk to everybody else about, we can talk to our spouse about.
Right.
And we got to be comfortable with it, being honest, being transparent, just see, because we never know something that they're seeing that they haven't talked about yet, we seeing that we ain't talked about yet, and we get together, be like, oh wow, I didn't know that, thanks for telling me, or I can do better, or she can do better, or it could be good teachers in general. We good, just see how you doing, how you feeling, though. You had any struggles and the troubles and the challenges.
Yes.
So it's very important to have this marital check-in, because we want to know how each of us feel, know anything going on, because we don't want to get when explode, or hey, you should have told me that. This is what happened in one of the movies. She told a man out of anger. How you remember that, out of anger, and how what he wasn't doing, and he said he didn't know that. Right. He kept asking her what to change, what I'm doing wrong. She told him no, but she got mad and said he would dry, he would this, he would that, he would that. He's like, wow, if you told me that, I could have changed.
Exactly.
So it's important to tell your spouse how you feel, or check on the spouse, how they feel, or how he feel, or what's going on, or something you don't like, something they doing good. Could be a congratulations check-in, a motivation check-in, or you doing good check-in, or any kind of check-in, and keep each other in the knowing of what's going on in both their lives.
Absolutely. And if your husband or wife is anything like my husband, it's not always easy to do these check-ins, because what will happen is they'll look at you like you're crazy. They're like, wait, why are you asking me this? And it's for a reason, because if I don't ask my husband, and I think the question I asked yesterday.
Did I settle?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my question was, do you feel like you settled with this relationship, with this marriage? And of course I know it caught him off guard, because we were like relaxed, cuddling.
I was about to sleep.
He was about to sleep, and he was just like, wow, now I don't feel like I settled. But the reason why my question was, so deep, is because if I don't ask my husband this, then what could happen, and what has happened with us, is that he could confide in someone else of the opposite gender, right? And they could be married, and it could just be two sessions of two people just talking about how my husband is not this, or my wife is not this, and then, or he's overhearing somebody say, oh, my wife did this, and I'm hearing my husband did this, and it's like, dang, I wish my husband or wife did that. And instead of having that conversation, and instead of creating that safe space where that spouse can come and talk to you, they go and talk to other people. And then when they talk to other people, it turns into a situationship. And I was telling him yesterday, I think an emotional relationship is worse to me than a physical relationship, because you go to this person for everything, every detail. Things that you're mad at your wife about, or things that you should be going to your wife about, you're going to this person. Things that you should be going to your husband about, wives, you're going to another man. And that is a setup for failure. That is a setup for disaster. And so you have to create that safe space in your marriage where your husband or wife will not hesitate to come and talk to you about anything they're going through, they're struggling with, something that they want you to change, something that you're not doing. And you also, on the other end of that, got to be okay with criticism.
Yeah.
You got to be okay with correction. It says, I will put that verse up here, but it talks about in the Bible where it says that a wise person loves with discipline and loves correction. Like they want to know, okay, what am I doing? What can I do better? What can I, and nobody, let's get it straight, nobody likes to be told they're not doing a good job. But at the same time, it's how you respond to it. Like, oh, okay, for me, if I'm told that, I'm just going to work even harder. I'm just going to do better. And so, no, I don't like to hear it, but we got to hear it. We got to put our pride aside and just really see, okay, how can I make sure my marriage is 100 proof?
Definitely too. And one of the things about I always get asked this question, I feel I'm working with ABA therapy, how do you accept criticism? You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love taking feedback. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we say that, but do we love taking feedback from our spouses?
Right.
That's a question. So you gotta think about it now. A lot of times I didn't. I think I told them I like taking feedback from you. I thought I said you either make me feel like I was dumb. It makes me feel like I'm being in awkward, uncomfortable situations, but I grew out of that because we need to know.
Yeah.
Like you said, you should get it for somebody else, or you can overhear somebody, or you can, or somebody telling you what their wife doing. My favorite was a movie we saw. Remember, and the lady was talking about they going to these trips, and she doing that, and man, she
wasn't doing anything.
She was lying.
She was lying.
And the lady had a lady come on fussing her husband to hit this and that. I think she left him because she wasn't getting everything, but he was doing what he's supposed to do as a man, but she never told him how she felt. She just going on what the lady said, and it was a lie.
Yeah.
And we got that's where it comes in with these marital check-ins. You know, how you feel, what can I do, baby? What am I doing wrong? What you don't like? Am I cleaning up right? Am I cooking right? Am I make you feel good intimate-wise, stability-wise, motivational-wise? Because we need to know that because like you said, if you don't, the other person can either do it for you or you hear it and you get upset your husband or wife. They're like, where it's coming from?
Right.
So you got to be okay with having them uncomfortable conversations.
Absolutely. And a lot of times women will say, oh, well, he should just know. No, he's not going to. There are some things that he is going to just know. He knows when you have an attitude. He knows when you're upset. And it's also going back to what my husband said about he didn't like taking feedback from me because also, too, I had to check my tone and how I was coming at him. And was I coming at him or was I really like just talking to him and having a conversation? Well, in my defense, it didn't matter how I came. I could be mad, I could be quiet, I could be sweet, I could do it over ice cream, I could do it over, it doesn't matter. He was not going to take it. He's done a lot better job. Oh, yeah, he's definitely been doing a lot better job taking the criticism and just having those uncomfortable conversations. We just had an uncomfortable conversation. Our pastor preached the other Sunday, and what she said kind of hit home to us. And we both looked at each other and said, have I done that? Am I doing that? And I had to answer the question truthfully and say, yes. This is how we have done this. This is how we, and it was about stewardship and making sure you're stewarding what God. He did. But it's okay because after that conversation came, I mean, so many amazing things. Like, even just down to making a plan of how to steward in this next season. Y'all, when I tell you, I am so excited about the stewardship that's going to be coming out of this season because of my husband had to have that uncomfortable conversation. I had to have it with him and tell him, yes, honey, this is, yes, the answer is yes, and this is how it is. Now we have a plan going forward. And so that's why it's important to have those check-ins. And it doesn't have to be a certain day, but it can start out being over coffee or over tea or over ice cream. However you want to do it, just make a date of it because it's really important.
All right. Are you asleep? are you able to talk? Are you tired?
That was me yesterday. I was like, babe, you sleep? He was like, I'm about there. I was like, but are you though? Can you talk?
So I'm tired. So I said, oh, Lord.
But it was okay because we still had a good conversation. Now, don't do it when you know it's not a good time. Like
pick your battles.
Jesus.
Pick your time. But still, again, like, you know, still have them. Like, we should have like coffee conversations.
Yes.
So do that. Yes. It could be planned, it could be unplanned, but just have them. You can be sitting down watching a movie, just sitting down on the phone like, babe, how you feel about this? How you feel about that? Because you need it. Because we don't know. We won't know until we actually figure out. Like, sometimes some things a woman should know, something a man should know. A lot of times, it also how you were raised and what you saw.
Right.
I'm saying to your mother, and your father, and you can know, but because of what they did, you think it's the way they supposed to do it because what they said or what they did, and then it's really not. You know, you gotta you relearn everything.
Yeah.
And now you gotta see it for your way, like that, okay. And then something gotta be taught. You know,
Yes.
let's get real, men and women. Some spouses got to teach us certain things because we didn't get it or we didn't know about it.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's what me being transparent by being romantic. I wasn't very romantic back in the day. I didn't have romantic relationships.
Right.
It was just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But my wife, even though she didn't have a lot of relationship, but she know about romantic.
Yeah.
Romantic. She had to teach me how to be romantic, teach me how to really, be special, and I learned. And now, man, I spent $1,000 on birthdays and stuff.
Lord have mercy. And so we thank God. We don't have to spend $1,000. But even without the money, he knows how to be romantic now because he's learned his spouse and he knows what I like. So he knows, like, I think it was one day I came home. I was so exhausted, y'all. I had a bath ran. I had wine for me. I had my shoes laid out, what he wanted me to wear laid out. Then when I finished, I went into the other room, and then he had a music playing, and he danced with me. Like, he knows that's how you get me. Like, that's, now money or not, that right there, that's it for me.
And that's all came from check-in. So
Yes.
Listen to your spouse. This is how they feel, what they want. I learned that, you know.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I spent $1,000 on my wife. I love her. She deserves it.
Thank you.
So, but this, because she know me, man, I don't like staying in. I know she loves staying in free, but I love going out, man.
He
doing things.
loves going out, and I'll go out. Now, I love going out, but I love staying in. I love those at-home days.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. So, and that's also picking your battles. Like, if you know your spouse likes to stay home, the other spouse likes when they pick and choose when you want to stay home and do an in-home day or when you want to go out. And so, again, that comes with check-ins. And that comes with just talking. And I love having conversations with my husband because he's so intelligent. Like, the way he talks and the way he'll have you think and ponder, like, because he's not going to agree with me always. And so we are going back and forth and we're like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. Oh, okay. And so I love having conversations with him because it really brings out a difference. Because he was raised different than I was. His experience was different than mine. So he comes with that other perspective. And I'm like, oh, that's we got to talk about that. Because that's really good. So having those conversations and going back to what I said yesterday, how you can have those conversations is becoming friends first. If you are not married and you are watching this because you are wanting to get married, y'all, I'm telling you, being friends first and having that foundation I'm talking about in the thick of stuff, when you don't really feel lovey-dovey and he's not your favorite, she's not your favorite, that friendship, that is what's going to bring you back and say, okay, look, we got to talk. So this, and this is what's going on. This is what... Not having those conversations gets you into a world of trouble. And even if you're trying to shield the other person, let's just say you're trying to shield the partner from how you really feel, and you want to vent and tell someone else that you call your mentor how you're feeling. Don't think that it can't come back around when your spouse hears everything that you say. And I thought in that moment I was shielding and I was protecting because I already knew it was a lot going on for him. I knew that was during the 4 months that he was not able to find work. I knew he was trying, but it just wasn't. And I was so frustrated. So instead of coming home, I vented. I felt like I should have said something to my husband because when I vented and he heard it, it was like, you should have came to me. And you're absolutely right. I should have come to him. I should have talked to him about it. Because that created just like a little gap in our marriage where he didn't trust me for a minute. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I thought I was protecting you. But having those conversations is going to be very, very vital in a kingdom marriage.
And I talked also in that situation, when you talk to a person, just be all the way honest. I said she wasn't honest, but just tell the person in the midst really how you feel.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we can really understand, because in that moment, like, dang, I thought it was good. She was okay with it. And now I said, hold on, she really feel this way? You know what I'm saying? So just being able to be honest, be open at that moment. Tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, man, No, if you don't like it, oh well. And I'm saying, suck it up and change it, because if you don't like it and it keep going on, it's become a bigger problem.
Right.
So you gotta be able to, man, to take the criticism.
Yeah.
'Cause we don't know everything. We'll do everything right. We don't please our spouse all the time.
Yeah.
And they'll please us. Not in a bad way, but just some things that we may see that need to be done different.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's always bad. It's just
Right.
a check-in. How you feel about us? Do you still love me? Do you still love me?
Yes.
All the time. Do you still love
me?
You still think I'm beautiful? Yes, you're
I
beautiful.
just want to make sure, because we saw a movie last night.
Yeah.
She was like,
So
"Do
these
you love
movies, y'all,
me?"
tell me.
He was like, "Yes, I love you," and then come to find out he didn't at all whatsoever.
He wanted her money.
He wanted her money, and for me, like, the reason why I check in with him is because the enemy, whenever you have, for me, I don't know about everybody else, we had a moment in our marriage where infidelity crept in. Because infidelity kept in, the enemy knew how to come at me. And when he would come in with those thoughts of he doesn't love you and it's not real and he's only there just because he needs a place to stay or whatever the case may be, I could come back with the enemy, not just with the word, but with what my husband just said to me. Mm-hmm. My husband said to me that he loves me and he adores me and this is where he wants to be, and he's so grateful to God that God allowed him to go from where he was to where he is. So now I can come back on the enemy on those thoughts and say, that's not true. Get thee behind me. Get out right now. You have no reign. You cannot dwell here. This is holy. And so I have a holy marriage or whatever the case may be. So I want to make sure that y'all know, like, this is how we fight the enemy on those thoughts. And if I see him, my husband is very social, okay? And his smile is beautiful. So when he goes anywhere, he's going to get a smile out of somebody. Somebody's going to be talking to him and they're going to be smiling. And so if I'm seeing him smile with the waitress, I automatically, the enemy, he did. He doesn't do it like that now, as often as he did when we first got back together and really started, like, really trying. He used to hit me with it all the time. And so I had to come back. I had to figure out a way to come back at the enemy and cast those cares, cast all those imaginations down, because if not, then I will get stuck into those thoughts. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you just gotta understand, like, the enemy here, kills on the street. He hate marriages.
Yes.
He hate kingdom
Especially
marriages.
Kingdom marriages. Yes.
Kingdom marriages.
Yes.
So you gotta be on the core. You gotta check in as much as possible. No, just see. Maybe I think I'm handsome. Do I need a haircut? Do I need to do like my hair? Do I need my nails done?
This haircut stuff.
Just small things in general, because that's gonna keep the fire burning. Also, let you know when you do something different, do better.
Yeah.
And just know that we're not here to hurt you, here to make it better. Because we gotta understand, like, also cut out the noise, cut out the distractions.
Yes.
So you hear other people. Honestly, I talk about part of the day. Social media is a cliche. It may look good. It may see, they on the trips and they this and that.
Yeah.
But how close they fussing, they're about to argue, or somebody get a divorce. You gotta know for yourself in your marriage how you feel, how she feel, what they doing, what he doing, what she doing, what your family doing.
Yeah.
Keep that inside, because everything that look good ain't always good.
Right.
And we my bad, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say I did that. I made vacations and I made content and I made people look more than what they were. So when I say social media is a lie, 9 times out of 10, they're not on a vacation. They just had to go speak at an event, and then they went to a pool and they took a picture of their toes. Yeah. And now they on vacation. They're able to work and do whatever they want and make their own content. They got to be to work Monday morning at that 9 to 5.
Right.
Like, so when I say I understand, he's absolutely right when it comes to social media.
That's be intentional about your marriage,
Yeah.
And if they do it, you're not them. You're not their story.
Right.
And I did a video said it was the same thing they did to get where they at.
Right.
But what you can do is work towards your goals and toward what you want to do, so you can come what you want to do through what you call to do and how y'all do it together.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about.
Yep.
So we hope that something that was said on today encouraged you. We love each and every one of you. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And hit the notification button.
And hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop another video.
Yeah.
All right, we love y'all, and I hope y'all have an amazing day. Bye.
Bye.